Hello and welcome to your first English 106 lesson. This week will be pretty straightforward, but I just wanted to make this video to make sure that you knew how to navigate the course, that you knew what the assignments were trying to accomplish, and that you knew my expectations as an instructor for how this course is going to proceed. So here's our announcement page, and you obviously found your way there since you're watching this video. Always make sure that you watch the video that I will put up, as it will clarify any common misconceptions, and I will especially give important helps on the papers as we start getting into the papers in these videos. I will also give a brief summary of that video underneath the video so that you can quickly refer to the main points that I brought up in the video. So that will be the basic setup each week for that beginning of the lesson video that I'll put out, the beginning of the lesson announcement. And then I will, as I mentioned in the announcement, I will also put up another announcement halfway through the week to remind you about due dates. Just like in your previous courses with Pathway, there will always be something due on Wednesday at 11 p.m. Mountain Time and something due on Saturday at 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So you'll need to continue in that practice. So let's go over to this week's lesson. As always, you can get there just by clicking the content button. That's the way I prefer to get to the course content. I think it's straightforward because if you click on the content tab, you get all of your lessons over here. And we're on lesson 1, obviously. So you just click on lesson 1 and it brings everything up, and you can tell if you finished your assignments or not by whether or not there's a check mark over here. And you want to make sure there's a check mark in each of the items before its due date. All of the midweek assignments will be due Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Mountain Time, and all of your end of week assignments will be due Saturday night at 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So my first point is that, and you'll see it over here in our announcement page, that I will summarize it here. Please honor your due dates, okay? Make sure that you convert this due date to your own time zone, because after the first couple of weeks, I will not be able to accept late work. A very important skill to have in preparing for college or for whatever you want to do after Pathway is to make sure that you can get things in very punctually. So these first couple of weeks, I will be happy to let you turn in late work as you're getting to know the system. But after that, I need you to be really punctual with this. So I would encourage you all to figure out what 11 p.m. Mountain Time is in your own time zone and make sure that you're getting things in by that time. So there's my first point. And my other point was, of course, to always read the announcements. I will put important information up here, and if you miss that information, your grade may suffer. So make sure you're paying close attention to these announcements. I will try to put only the very pertinent information in here, the information that you need to know. So do pay attention to those. All right, I want to go back to our lesson content. So this week is going to be pretty simple, like I said. We are going to be reading through the syllabus, and then you'll take a little quiz on it. You'll get to know the Writing Center, and I encourage you all to use the Writing Center this semester. A lot of you may be used to being able to just write a paper and have it be done, but in this class we're going to really emphasize the need for revision, and the Writing Center will help you be able to see the potential for revision in your paper, because sometimes it's really hard to see. And I know that. I know when I write things and it looks fine to me, and it's not until I take it to someone else that I realize that there's a lot that could be changed to make it better. So I encourage you to pay attention to this and to be ready to use them throughout the semester. You'll sign up for speaking partners, so make sure you do that. If you have any questions about speaking partners, talk to Pathway Support. I'm not involved in assigning speaking partners or in that content, so you'll need to talk to Pathway Support with any questions there. And then we'll have our discussion boards. So the first post of your discussion board will be due Wednesday at 11 p.m. Mountain Time. So make sure that you've got that posted there. And you'll notice over in my announcements, I've got this little reminder here of good discussion board etiquette. Now, since you've done at least one course in Pathway, you know what the discussion boards are like. And I'm sure you know that sometimes they can be very helpful, and other times they can feel a bit lonely and like nothing's really happening. In order to make discussion boards helpful and useful, I want us to follow these basic etiquette rules for a discussion board. That means that this is just simple politeness too for the discussion board, as well as a way to actually dig into the analysis and the learning that we'll be doing in the discussion boards, because we will be using them to learn concrete English principles that you'll need to use in any future literature or English classes that you use. So these basic rules are: first, post early so that other people have something to reply to. So don't wait until the deadline to post. Try to post on Monday, maybe Tuesday, so that other people can see your thoughts and can start responding to you. The second point is give your peers something to reply to. Ask a question whenever possible. So when you comment on someone else's post, try to ask them a question about what they said. Or in your own post, you can ask a question at the end. And this is a great way to make conversation possible instead of just hoping conversation will crop up. And then the third point is to reply to those who reply to you. And again, this is just being polite. This is carrying on the conversation. And as we get further into the semester, responding to those who respond to you will be an essential part of beginning to analyze the different stories we're looking at and the different ideas we're looking at. If we don't respond back and forth, nothing will happen. So I hope you will follow these 3 basic rules to be both polite and effective on these discussion boards. So I hope you will all jump on to the discussion boards after watching this video and post your getting to know you post. And I'm excited to get to know you. I will go do my discussion board post after I record this video. So there's everything due by midweek. So you'll want to go ahead and look through these and get that taken care of. And then due by the end of week will be these other assignments. They're mostly just readings, updating your personal information. Please do this. I have some students who don't put up a profile picture for whatever reason, and it makes a big difference in my grading. When I grade an assignment, your photo from your profile pops up, and when you have a photo there, it helps me remember who you are, and it helps me to give more relevant feedback as I remember what you did in your past assignments and what we've been working on together. So I highly encourage you to follow these steps here to upload your personal information picture, because that will make a big difference to me and to the type of feedback I can provide for you, okay? So do that, and then respond to the discussion boards. And again, you can start responding before Wednesday. Respond as soon as you want to and are able. And then you'll be filling out an attendance report to say that you went to your gathering on Thursday, as that's still a requirement. And then you'll have your weekly report. So hopefully you recognize a lot of this from your previous classes, from your GS 120 course, or possibly your math class if you've already taken that. And this will be a familiar layout, and iLearn will look familiar to you. If this is hard to navigate for you, please send me an email and I can make a personal video for you showing you more how to navigate the system and make sure that this makes sense to you. And I will always post my information here at the bottom of my announcements, as well as any emails that I send out. So I should be fairly easy to contact. Feel free to text or call me. You can email me, and I'm also very happy to do video conferencing so that we can screen share and we can go through whatever might be confusing you together. And this is something I like to use a lot as we get into papers. I really want to be able to help you develop strong writing in this class, not just for any future academic pursuits that you do, but because having the power to be able to write can make a big difference in our lives personally, I believe. I have felt that being able to write has helped me process difficult things in my life. It's helped me express strong emotions. It's helped me to see myself and the world around me more clearly. And I believe this is such a worthwhile skill to look into. So I'm really looking forward to our class together. As you've seen, this week is mostly introductory material, but we will soon be getting into some very fun and interesting papers. And I'm just really looking forward to doing this class with all of you.